Pots, Pans, and Pioneers. As you all know, I am under a millipede attack. And I came across this interesting number at a tractor supply store. It was free. And as you can see, it is the 2017 insecticide recommendations for Arkansas. Because I'm not going to give up. While some of the suggestions lowered the amount of millipedes that I've had, the soapy water, the mop water, the dishwater, Pine Sol was recommended, Clorox was recommended, ammonia was recommended. The harsh chemicals I don't want to use around my dogs. And I had to find a product that was safe for pets. So, I've tried everything. I've tried diatomaceous earth is the only thing that is slowly killing the millipedes. So what I want to explain is that, you know, my first choice is to always use a natural product. It's never to go chemical, ever, unless I have an infestation or something that, you know, I really need to eradicate. And then I come back after that, the massive annihilation happens, and I come back with a natural product to maintain it. But I usually would never ever go to a chemical-based insecticide. But I found this book, and it is relatively thick. I don't know if you live in Arkansas, but I got this at a ranch supply store. And it looks like, here's the company if you want to look up or Google this book. It was printed by Soy Ink, which may just be the printing company. You can also try to find it through the Division of Agriculture and go to this website. I bet you could get a free copy. So what I did was I went through here and I found millipedes. And let me see, I think I've marked the page. Let me see. See how good I am at marking these pages. Whoops. I'm gonna have to put the camera down, so I'll be back when Okay, so I've found the page that I saved, and this is all about millipedes. Indoor millipede, outdoor millipede. So they've got them kind of categorized. And I don't know how much you can see this. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So these are all the different chemicals that tend to work on millipedes. Now remember, I see one here that is, this is natural. This is the oil, the peppermint oil and the mint oils that you guys recommended to me that work. They work, but they don't kill on contact. The millipede keeps walking around. The millipede doesn't seem dazed at all that you're spraying them with a mint. I've saturated our cabin with mint, and you can smell it from the outside. So the mint isn't really deterring them. It's not really making them die off or anything like that. And it doesn't kill the larvae. They have to hatch before the mint really affects their nervous system. So I went with this one. This is what they use in an ortho product, and I do not know how to pronounce this, but maybe you guys will. And this is the information about this pesticide or any of these pesticides over here. As you can see, it says harmless, pest, and short-lived, once indoor, therefore insecticides may not be necessary. It gives you information here to be careful about food being out when you're spraying, stuff like that. And I've read the label pretty thoroughly. And for outdoors is really where I'm trying to shoot, because if I go outdoors first, I think they won't come indoors. And this again was one of the chemicals that was indoor outdoor. So I Googled this, I researched this particular products. Now, this is another one that was recommended to me as well. And I think this is only sold through professional. And then you can get it through Bear Advanced Home Defense. I think this is in there. But what I learned is the percentage of the chemical that is allowed by law in some of these products. What I found was like 2% of it was this chemical. So if I picked up an insecticide, a spray, maybe it only had 2% of the volume. And perhaps that was the right mix, but I would need to go a little bit stronger to help the annihilation or the initial kill off of this particular pest. So here's what I did. I Googled where to buy this particular product. And this is a really great book. It gives a lot of vegetable, insect control and stuff like that, natural and chemical based. So I haven't obviously had time to read this entire book, but I wanted to share the book with y'all. And certainly it's probably a good book to have around your house to kill off. I don't know what kind of bugs are in Arkansas. This is really the battle. My biggest thing to fight in Dallas was roaches, ants, maybe a few wasps. I never ever saw a carpenter bee. Rarely, ever. I can't even remember seeing one. We've had major problems with carpenter bees because obviously this is a cedar cabin, cedar buildings, and so everything's cedar. It's all wood, and anything that's rotten or rotting or beginning to decay, the bees are trying to find homes. So they're doing what naturally comes naturally to them. So anyway, I wanted to share this book with y'all, and I'm also going to show in just a few minutes, or in this same video series, video clip, I'm going to show what a morning looks like on just say one of our porches with these millipedes. And they're not active right now because the day has dried them out. So by the end of the day, they're all, they're mainly, I go out and I do a initial kill in the morning. I sweep them off the porch. I sweep them off the walls. I sweep them off of the easements because they will fall in your hair. And then I come inside, and obviously they're inside and they're crawling all over the floors. So I'm trying to sweep up, vacuum up. I've got the vacuum going, the sweeper going in the morning. It's really taking up a lot of my time. And so I'm really trying to do a kill off. And I'm learning a lot about all the different types of bugs. We're also now I've seen more than a few of these very strange, colorful grasshoppers. And I don't know if something I'm doing or the weather heating up, but I've treated the yard, so I shouldn't be seeing grasshoppers. So that's another thing. Hopefully I won't have to face that. So I went on to Amazon and I bought some of this chemical. And this is what it is. And let me just see if I can zoom in here a little bit. If you look right there where it says the active ingredient, and I think it's called Betharin. I don't really know how to say the name of this chemical, but you see the 25.1%? That's a really high concentration of this chemical. You're not going to find that in a Raid can or anything like that, because this is a concentrated. You obviously measure it out, squeeze this, measure this out, and then you do it by the gallon. And I've got a gallon spray for that. And this is supposedly great chemical. If you go on Amazon and look up this particular product, you are going to be shocked at the 5-star reviews. I was. And how many different types of pests and what people say happens when they use this product. So I'm really, really hoping this is my answer. And if it's my answer, you know, hallelujah, because we are really just, I'm really so annoyed by these things. I'm used to going barefoot in my house, or even putting socks on or slippers on, and you basically can't even walk around without stepping on. The millipedes are getting in my dog's paws. If they're sleeping on the floor, they're likely to crawl on them. I mean, this is a battle, and I'm really wanting to face a different challenge at this point. So, all right, let's go outside, and I'm going to show you what the porch looks like in the morning. Because I didn't sweep one of the porches this morning, because I want you to kind of see, you know, what's going on and how, you know, what I consider this to be pretty bad. And again, they've been knocked down. I've been able to reduce them because of the suggestions, but I haven't been able to annihilate them. So let's go outside and check it out. Okay, this is going to technically be my workshop when we're done with it. And it's about, I'd say 10 minutes till 8 tonight. Yeah, about 10 minutes till 8. So I didn't come out here and sweep this porch this morning. I usually do, but I wanted to show, if you can already see, how many millipedes are going on just by the walk up. So now a majority of these are all dead, because I have sprayed and I have put diatomaceous earth out, but you see there's a few over here that are crawling, and they're just everywhere. So you feel like you're in like a plague, you know. So all right, so we're going to sweep off the porch here and see what I can do to spray this down tonight, and see how much this chemical helps and what kind of saturation we get in the morning. So I will be back. Okay, it's about 7 a.m. I'm done mowing. I wanted to come over here to the patio and show you all these millipedes are dead. There's one or two crawling around, but they look kind of sickly. So I think this stuff is going to work. I'll keep you posted though on how it does. I'm going to keep treating. It says to only do it one time, but I think I'm going to wait a couple of days and treat again. And I'll keep you posted as to what happens.